Hey guys, this is Linz from the Aussie PR7 Facebook page. So I thought I'd just share that little bit of extra info that you were looking for regarding the relay mod for the fuel pump. So Craig did an excellent video on it, so I've just broken it down just a little bit more so people probably understand it a bit easier. So I'll just run you through what you need. You know, your decision if you want to do it. It's definitely helped. My bike starts first hit of the button regardless now all the time. So anyhow, I'll run you through all the bits and bobs you need and we'll go from there. Yeah, for those who are wondering about the little O-ring that I finished up changing, which definitely was another little thing that I think has helped me. So that's the little O-ring just there. It's an 8.5 internal diameter and 2 mil thick. That's the specification. I still think the original one that was in mine was a bit too big. This little bugger just slips straight in, no worries at all. And where it goes in the pump assembly, so I'll just turn this around for you. So it sits basically just here, where your pump just clips in to the housing. So basically just undo the zip tie, pull the pump out carefully. It comes out at an angle. Replace the O-ring, put a bit of oil on it just so it helps the pump slide back in a bit better. It goes in on a bit of an angle, so be careful, and just re-zip tie it up. It's that quick and that simple. Getting it back into the fuel tank, it's another story, but we've got a video for that. The only other thing you've got to watch is the original little filter on the bottom of the pump here. Mine kept coming loose and kept falling off all the time inside the Googletech bag. So the only way I could fix it was I just put a little bit of super glue on the actual bottom of the pump there, just a dab, and it just held everything in place because, you know, petrol will probably break it down anyway, and it hasn't fallen off again since. So it hasn't affected anything, and it's just a minute amount just to hold it in place. Yeah, so look, basically all you need to do this mod, it's pretty basic sort of stuff, but anyhow. So you need a bit of heat shrink, some spade type connectors. There's the ring style that go on your battery. Micro fuse being a 7.5 volt. Inline fuse, so you can just, that comes straight out of off the battery. That's the micro relay I'm going to change mine over to. It currently has a larger one in there, but I'm going to go to the micro to give it a bit more room. Some wire, obviously, a couple of zip ties, you know, just a couple of tools. And this is a full standard OEM fuel pump assembly, so we'll get into that in a second. So basically with the fuel pump assembly, you can see this is how they come with the wires, you know, the pressure valve, pump, all good to go. What you really need to do is you don't really need to take the whole thing out. If you do, it's at your own risk. I guarantee you that one. So all you basically got to do is just lift it up enough just to get to these two little 10 mil nuts in the bottom of the fuel pump, the one that actually sits in the tank. And then you can undo these two on the top, and that just then you can just take the two round connectors off. So that basically the thing is left with no connection there at all. And then all you got to do then is you still leave it plugged into the original plug, which is plugged into the original plug on the bike as well. And then all I basically did was I just cut them off just on the end of the wires, just cut the two rings off, put on a couple of spade connectors and bang straight into the relay. So I know that if something does happen to the relay, all I've got to do is bare some wire. I can fit it back on there to get me home or get me wherever if something ever does happen. So yeah, so basically when you're reconnecting it back up, there you can see the earth one there, clearly marked. That just goes, you just make up a wire and hook it straight to the battery. That's all you really need, just direct earth. You've also, then with your original, what happens there is basically you make up a new wire that goes from the positive there on the fuel pump to the relay. It hooks up to pin number 87, And then these two that you see here were the original ones that I've cut the ends off and put on the spade connectors. They go to pins 85 and 86 on the relay. Then you just, all you basically do, you just have a wire with an inline fuse connected up to pin 30. Bang, that's it. You're good to go. Pretty basic mod. Nothing, you know, there's no rocket science about it. If you're worried about cutting those little things off the end, you know, your call. But I just, you know, 2 quick snips and it's all over, and some spade connectors on the end, and then straight onto the relay. Yeah, an instant fix for me. Hopefully it'll help all you guys as well. Still got the original small filter, glass filter that's running in there. I do run a Googletech bag as well, and it's sort of I think, and then I also did remove the micro filter from the injector itself, because that was the culprit that mine sort of made mine break down. So anyhow, hopefully this guy will help you guys, and yeah, let's get these things sorted, get them running, let's have some fun on them. So yeah, talk to you later. Yeah, so here you go guys, here's the end result, just tucked in nicely between the frame there and the battery. That still is the big relay, but I'm going to change it out and put that smaller one, just a bit more room. A little bit too snug for my liking, but it does fit, no worries at all. You know, there's connections I've made up, it's all good. Just be mindful of the solenoid there. You know, mine tends to want to ride up a little bit, and the positive is very close to the negative on the battery, so I've just got a bit of rubber in there as a bit of a backup anyway. Yeah, let's get this thing going and see what happens. And yeah, there's the oh yeah, there's the fuel pump down there. You can see the one wire running over to the relay, and then you can see well, you can't see anything coming from the earth actually, but it just goes from the earth straight back to the battery. So bike hasn't started for 3 days, you know, so last time I fired it up. So yeah, let's give it the acid test again, and let's see what happens. Here we go, first hit of the button. There you have it, 3 days since it started, and straight up, no problems at all. So winner winner, chicken dinner.